Well done, Jameis Winston. The 2019 season is over and you are officially the owner of 3 NFL records. What's going on, guys? My name is CHF, doing something a little bit different today as the NFL season just ended. If you've known me at all, you know that I am a lifelong Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. Been following the team for 30 plus years, never miss a game. But now that the 2019 season is over and the Bucs finished at a pretty miserable 7-9, despite having a ton of talent, I figured what better video to make than to highlight the 3 NFL records that Jameis Winston set. If you may not know, Jameis has been our quarterback for the past 5 years. He has been boomer bust is probably an understatement, but this year he set 3 NFL records. So let's go ahead and jump into them. Alrighty, guys, so the first record that we are going to look at is when Jameis Winston first made history this season. It took place in Week 15 when he officially set this record, which was December 15th, and that is, he is the first quarterback in NFL history to throw for 450 yards in consecutive regular season games. Now, this has been done once before in the playoffs back in 2011, where Drew Brees did it against the Lions and the 49ers, but it has never been done in 100 years of the NFL where a quarterback threw for 450 yards in back-to-back games in the regular season. So for that, congratulations, Jameis. That's your big positive record. Let's take a look at the 2 records you set in Week 17. All right, guys, moving on to the next record set by Jameis Winston. This one took place in Week 17 in our loss against the Falcons, and Jameis Winston completed an amazing season-long record of not only throwing 30 touchdowns in a season, but 30 interceptions. Bruh. In a single season, 16 games, 30 interceptions. Jameis Winston, congratulations. You are the sole owner of that record. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions in a season. Congratulations, Jameis. Now, if only you would have cut that in half, my Bucs right now would be in the playoffs. Because, you can't throw 30 interceptions in a season and expect to have a good season. But that is your record. Own it. I think it'll be a long time before someone does that, mainly because anybody who's capable of doing that usually isn't going to have a job. But anyways, let's hop into your one huge record where you had a tie with none other than Peyton Manning, and you just decided to shatter that record on the final play of the game against the Falcons. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, now moving on to the final record that I am not sure will ever be beaten. So Jameis Winston, you will probably earn this for life, but it is talking about who your 3rd leading receiver is as far as touchdowns. And the record that we are talking about is the 7 pick sixes thrown in a single season by you. Bruh! Previously, you were tied with 2 other guys, including Peyton Manning earlier in his career, but you officially own that record all by yourself now, Jameis Winston. Chris Godwin had 9 touchdown receptions. Mike Evans had 8 touchdown receptions. And the other team had 7 touchdown receptions, beating out the number 3, Brashad Perriman. So that is officially a record that you are all alone with, Jameis. 7 interceptions returned for a touchdown in a single season. That is almost once every 2 games. And that play took place in overtime. The Bucs won the toss. We're going out there with an opportunity to score, and the very first play of the game, Jameis Winston decided to go out there and just take over another NFL record. So congratulations to you, Jameis. 3 NFL records are yours. I don't know what else to say other than, hey, enjoy being in the history books. But I do want to give some final thoughts and give you what I think about the future of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, whether I think that they should keep Jameis Winston or do something else. Let's go ahead and get my thoughts. All right, guys, so those are the records. Let's give me my real thoughts on what I think about the future. As you know, the Buccaneers brought in Bruce Arians out of retirement. He came in to work with Jameis because, as I've said, Jameis has shown flashes of absolute brilliance where you look at the guy and you think, wow, this guy's incredible. You know, you see the back-to-back 450-yard games, and you're just like, wow, this guy's good. And then, of course, he sets those records like 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions in a season, 7 pick sixes in a season. And like most Bucs fans, watching that is insanely frustrating because we want our team to win. So a lot of times we call to just get rid of Jameis. Now, Jameis did exercise his 5th-year contract option, so he does have the opportunity to either become an unrestricted free agent. Maybe they franchise him. A lot of Bucs fans probably say, let's just get rid of him. But I want to give my real thoughts here, guys, because the reality is, and this pains me to say it as a Bucs fan, but I think that we need to give Jameis another year. As much as I rag on Jameis and literally made this video ragging on Jameis, the reality is I just don't see with where we are in the draft and who is available, I don't see really any options to replace him with the exception of one guy, which we will get to in a little bit. But the reality is when Jameis is good, he is really, really good. The problem is he's, Dr. Jameis and Mr. Hyde, he's not coming out consistently. You have a great game, and then you just have the most incredibly awful performance you can expect. I swear, I make a joke of it, but I think Jameis is probably just an overachiever. He goes out each and every week saying, I'm going to make the best play in the entire NFL this week, and I'm also going to make the worst play in the entire NFL this week. And I feel like there's a lot of weeks where he did just that. But here's the reality, guys. I just don't see with where the Bucs are going to be drafting that we're going to get someone who has the upside of Jameis. There is a lot of upside to someone who is able to throw for, over 5,000 yards. He was the 8th guy in history to do that in, 100 years of the NFL. So on that note, I just don't see a suitable replacement for him. Now, if the Bucs GM decides, you know what, we've had enough, it's been 5 years, he's keeping us out of the playoffs. If he would have just had half the interceptions, we probably would have, potentially won the NFC because we've got great talent on defense, great receiving core, possibly the best receiving core in the NFL when they're all healthy. But if they make the decision to get rid of Jameis, I want to tell you guys what I think should happen. So if you don't know, I live in the Charlotte area, so basically Panther territory. And if you have watched any Panthers football, you'll know that Cam Newton has been their quarterback for quite a while. Now, the thing about Cam Newton this year is he did have some injury issues, and I don't know about his health, but I personally, if they get rid of Jameis, I don't like what I think would be there in the draft. I don't know what the Panthers' plans are, but I know they have a better draft pick than my Buccaneers. So if the Panthers decide to let Cam Newton go, I would actually like to see Cam Newton come down to Tampa Bay. And here is the reason, guys. I see upside in Cam Newton, and Cam Newton in his career, he has never had the offensive weapons that he has had on the Bucs. Sure, he's had some great receivers. Steve Smith comes to mind, but to have a duo as strong as Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, as well as a good defense like that, I think if Cam Newton came to Tampa, it would be a pretty incredible matchup. I think that he would bring some versatility as well as some consistency to the position. I don't see him being, the gunslinger that Jameis tends to be, but he's a better game manager and he doesn't make those boneheaded plays. Granted, this is all dependent on him being healthy. We don't know if he is. His 2019 was pretty bad, but if he is healthy, I think the Bucs would be a great fit for him, and I think he would be a good situation if we do, in fact, lose Jameis. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think of Jameis. I know I joke on and rag on him on Twitter and everything, but guys, it's because I love the Bucs and I want to see them win. And losing games because of that is just painful. I know I'm putting on it on Jameis, and a good case could be made to put it on Matt Gay or really the Bucs kickers for many years. I don't know what our kicking are, but anyways, drop a comment down below with who you think, if you're a Bucs fan, who you think the Bucs should go after if not for Jameis, or if you think we should keep Jameis. And I'm going to leave you with this, guys, my Super Bowl prediction right here, right now. I know they just lost to the Dolphins, but I am going to go ahead and pick the Patriots over the 49ers. That's right. I know, look, the trendy pick would be to pick Baltimore. I know Lamar Jackson is going ham. He looks like the best quarterback in the NFL today. However, that's it. You heard it right here. I am going with the Patriots getting another win, another ring for Tom Brady and co., and that is going to be taking place over the San Francisco 49ers. I love you guys. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to hit the bell icon. I will see you soon. CHF out.